Well, I was planning on pulling out of this driveway today with a load of soybeans down to Aberdeen. I gotta keep the camera off of this farmstead here. It's kind of security and privacy thing. There, we can probably show it like that. Just, you know, one in a million farmsteads out here in the middle of nowhere in North Dakota. Nobody cares. My truck was loaded just fine and parked properly, except it was not parked near an outlet, which it should be at these temperatures. It's an older model truck, so it's going to have a little bit, it needs a little extra help. The owner knows this, and this is probably just an honest mistake and an honest just didn't think of that little detail, and that's just the way it goes, you know. Something that would not normally cause a problem, but with this mentally ill particular operator, it will be a big problem. I would probably get blamed for something that he did wrong, and I am not going to put a battery charger on that truck. I'm not going to fiddle with his truck, because that would be the wrong thing for me to do as well. That's just the type of situation that I'm here with. So as of right now, the owner of this entire little operation that I've been truck driving for, I am firing you. You are fired. And today I'm pulling out of the yard. Today or tomorrow when it warms up, I'll take my time about it. And I think I'm pulling out of here. But for absolute documentation, you can clearly see I showed up for work. I showed up intending to drive one more week of soybeans down to Aberdeen. The truck is a frozen block of ice just due to incompetence and neglect on the owner's part. Yes, I have the mechanical skills to put a battery charger on it and put a little bit of ether in the intake. I'm not the owner of the truck. I will not do that. I will not risk unnecessary wear and tear and damage to the truck. It could have easily been parked right up against an electrical outlet, so that could have been plugged in. And the owner of that beautiful truck that I drive, you're fired. You're fired. So let's go on a little joyride today and just check out some local campsites, and I'll show you the campsites that I probably would have stayed at and kept on working for this guy. But I have more important things in other places, in other parts of the country to be in. So let's go check it out. Rice Lake. Let's go check out Rice Lake. I was actually thinking about kayaking this lake, of course, and checking in with all the locals around here for maybe cutting some firewood there. That branch of or that little pile of deadfall right there. Could take the kayak out there and cut some dead. You know what I mean? It's a disease. Every little dead stick of tree in the world becomes firewood for cooking and heating and stuff like that. Anyway, Rice Lake. Rice Lake. Yeah, somebody's trying to call me. I don't know who it is. Nice little campground here. Let's go check it out and see just like who I would call to get camping permission down here, right? Let's see. Let's hang up on that. Okay. Rice Lake. Let's see what we could do here. Nice big pad to pull into here and turn around, and they've got a outhouse, recreation area, North Dakota Game and Fish. And the usual, I believe I could call the North Dakota Game and Fish and show them the location. Obviously a public fishing recreation lake. Can I park my RV here for a week and just camp out way over there somewhere? Okay, those are details I would have to work out. So you want to call the authorities and make sure that you basically register with them. Lots of nice cover right there. It is a possibility to have like a real friendly conversation with the game warden or whoever the authorities are that patrol and police all these little public campgrounds. And I'll bet I could camp here for about a week and like go kayaking, and they'd even be okay with me burning a little deadfall in a wood burning stove, so long as there ain't a burning ban. Probably be okay with an outdoor fire pit, if you have the proper equipment, All right, let's take the long way home then. And nice restroom there. Dr. Tony Elf could come out here and inspect that. Right, Doc? Shout out to my cousin way over there in the PA area. He's probably out harvesting mushrooms today, right? Rice Lake is a very large lake, actually. Yeah. You never know. Maybe we'll make it down here and do some kayaking. Maybe we will. All right. Believe it or not, I'm really at peace with the world today, man. I'm not cussing or swearing at anybody. Yeah, I do believe I will be firing my owner-operator that owns that truck that I used to drive. I do have my final video pulling out of the yard. I probably will upload that. Absolutely be aware that I have nothing but love and respect for all equipment, trucks, tractors, everything like that. I learned this decades ago. I never ever take any frustration or anger out on the equipment. In fact, I so learned that lesson so hard that if I am really, really upset or really super pissed off, you'll actually see your piece of equipment handled even more slowly and more gently than normal, right? And that's a fact. And I can now put all that on video and absolutely prove it with absolute proof and absolute documentation of my behavior and stuff. Okay, we got a semi coming up on me. I don't want to be dogging down the road here. Now he's got to deal with that. We better get the hell moving here. All right, I'm gonna pause out. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating, especially if I was in my truck. And there, you can see in the rearview mirror, I got another fellow trucker. He's pulling a double. He's pulling a pup trailer, and he's doing 70. He's coming up on me, and yeah, right back there, I really got on it and got moving so that I could stay ahead of him and stay out of the way. I didn't want him to have to deal with passing somebody going too slow on the road. So there he is right there in the mirror. I'm gonna stay busy here. Yeah, of course he's probably speeding. I don't know what we're at here, 65, probably 65 here on Highway 83, right? And you know what, the North Dakota state troopers and sheriffs, I know it would be a very reasonable, friendly conversation. If I got pulled over right now for being 5 miles over just because I'm staying the hell out of the way of that truck, I think we'd probably have a friendly conversation about it, and that'd be the end of it. Here in North Dakota, anyway. Shout out to the boys in blue, or whatever color, other colors. Probably the boys in tan. The boys in tan. I don't really like the boys in blue too much, but yeah, some of them are okay too, you know. Well, let's get back to Strasbourg and take one last look at that town before I pull out of this part of North Dakota. Okay, now we're pulling into Strasbourg, and of course he's still probably pushing 65, 70. He should be slowing up now if he's a good truck driver, so I'm not going to really have a lot of understanding or mercy for him. Really did give this guy the royal treatment by staying, you know, ahead of him. All right, it's all good. No road raging today on any part of it. As you know, I am actually a truck driver myself, so I know both sides of it. There, boom, pull over, and there he goes. He didn't really slow down to the appropriate speed. You know, it would be fun to start putting all them little we should be making up a whole bunch of Trump stickers going I did that. So that's what we were doing like quite a few years ago now already. I remember doing that out in the Minot, North Dakota area where I lived. So anyway, let's go look at this campground. Okay, I do believe those are probably RV travel trailer spaces right there in the park. Yeah, we're in Strasbourg, North Dakota. Okay. And they got it closed. So yeah, I didn't really need to come back down here anyway. I'm pulling out of this country probably for good here. Within these next couple of days, it's going to warm up really nice. I'm going to make some connections with a couple of my last two good friends that I have here in North Dakota. And I do believe this is good. This is goodbye. The trooper is gonna go earn his donuts. No offense, guys. No offense, guys. All right, I'm Dead Wolf. I'm out. We'll have this kind of fun on the next one, I guess. Anyway, y'all take care.